Welcome YouTubers. I'm in Shenzhen this week, north of Hong Kong for those of you that don't know. It's in mainland China. You don't need a passport to get into Hong Kong, but if you want to come up this far north into mainland China, you'll need you need a passport to get into Hong Kong. You don't need a visa per se to get in. It's one of my favorite places to come when I'm in Shenzhen, and I will show you why. I only got one specific mission today, and then other than that I'll just be showing you guys the market. Random shots, peddlers, people selling weird shit. There's usually a lady with like 30 copies of Windows XP and everything from Windows. Are they closed? There's a Chinese holiday day. They're closed. At least some of the shops are closed. Ooh. Yeah, look at that. They're all closed up. Holy shnikes. There's nobody here. Alright, so now I'm back on a day where it's actually open. I'm trying not to drop my phone. The escalator here. Something sort of interesting about the makeup is just layer on top of layer on top of layer of electronics and, in this case, racks for servers, Bluetooth speakers. But as you go up in the layers, you find more consumer grade stuff. You know, things that are already like packaged and ready to go. This guy's got keyboards and usually, and the corner ones, I don't know if they're more coveted or what, but the as far as like location goes, but some of the corner stalls seem to have more like piece parts, so like really quick, cheap things that they can move lots of. Find some of like the specialists. You have to dig pretty deep in a place like this, and I've been coming here for years, and there's no way that even now that I've seen it all. I apologize for the shaky camera work. I don't have a gimbal or a steady cam. Maybe I'll buy one today. Be fun. Lots of USB stuff. Let's look at this. I'm not big fans of people recording, so I'll try and do it on the fly. Not sure why that is. And keep going down until we get back to where I came in. Some RF connectors. What do you think of here? Just reels and reels of stuff. Tons of parts. There's a bunch of flexes for buttons and things. And if you're building some sort of like open source project and you wanted to quickly fab something up with a touchpad or what have you, or a quick little display here. That's the place to go. You just fab it up quick and then try and source the parts in bulk if you wanted to do it. Here's a bunch of lasers for different CD-ROM, Blu-ray players, a bunch of PCBs. This guy's probably just a PCB manufacturer. And this is, right there it says PCB, which just stands for printed circuit board, for those of you that didn't know that. Also, sometimes they're called MLBs, or multi-layer boards. You're referring to the multiple layers that are inside the board, and some of them interconnected stuff. And his neighbor does LEDs, so it's like there's rows and rows of the stuff, all super cheap. I mean, it's like a bargain store pricing on some of this stuff. It's like pennies on the dollar of what you pay anywhere else. There's no retail markup on this stuff. Or no, I'd say no. There is some markup because people have to get paid and put food on the table, but it's not the 400% you might see if you're buying something. Here's another RF connector guy. So, like Starbucks, I mean, it's between here and that other corner. They're both selling essentially the same thing, but there's room for both of them here. It's also a little slice of capitalism that you'll find in here, because they'll try and price each other out. Here's a bunch of capacitors. It's amazing stuff. More LEDs. LEDs got really popular in the last 3 or 4 years here. These are those things you like get for your car. It's like an array of LEDs, and then they've got some kind of a little adapter, lots of different types of different connections for different cars. It's like socket 194 or 149, I can't remember. So you plug these in, and you'd probably pay like $5 or $10 for that, maybe $10 for that on Amazon. Maybe even this exact one. I mean, you'd order something and somebody here would just drop that in the mail and drop ship it to you. And so you're paying $10. Here in person, you could probably buy this for $2 or $3, maybe less. I don't know. That might be the I'm dumb and I'm overpaying at $2, but it's still, if it's a bargain to you, it's a bargain to you, and if you're willing to pay it, then that's what the market will tolerate, and it becomes the new price of stuff, and everybody's winning, or feels like they're winning. And the person that sells colored LEDs, like older style ones, just indicator LEDs, ribbon cables. It's dizzying, the amount of stuff that's here. RJ45 connectors, and I mean, you might have some piece of test equipment that is broken, or someone jammed something in there, and this would be a perfect place to just come and get that single piece part. This doesn't exist in the States. I mean, you're not gonna. Radio Shack used to have stuff, but they've since gone away from it, and now they just want to sell you a satellite system for your home, or a cell phone or something, or you get to switch carriers or whatever. You can order it online from them. There's lots of things you can order online from them, but by the time I have to go online to order something from Radio Shack, I might as well just get exactly what I need from like SparkFun or something. Here's a guy that's selling a bunch of I don't know if these are like Arduino type things. I see a lot of these where you're building your own robots, and these are all the sensors. You've got infrared sensors there. There's a pot or a potentiometer like you'd see on like a Nintendo, or not Nintendo, but like a PlayStation or Xbox. I think those are radar little doodads. I recognize that guy. It's like LM25 part. It's a DC to DC converter. Those things are amazingly efficient. And you can plug anywhere between like 0 to 30 volts in this side and get anything from 0 to 35 out of that. And some of them even do a buck boost. So you might only have 5 in, you want 10 out. You can do that within the specs of the chipset. Those I know for a fact those are like 90 cents. At least that's what I get them for online when I buy them in bulk for little projects that I've got that need those. There's one just above that that's probably doing some sort of it's probably going the other way. You put something like 3.7 in from a lithium ion pack, and then it gives you 5 volts out. There's a little Bluetooth module above that.
IR transmitter receiver combo there. Light sensor. It's got a is that not a thermistor? I don't remember the name of that. It's a little photon, like a resistor thing that changes its resistance value based on how much light's coming in there. Photosensor of sorts. Let's see what else we have in here. Microphone, piezoelectric speakers. Let's see. What else in here? Accelerometers. Oh, there's your classic FTDI chip. Both of those. One's for RS, 232. Those similar kind of protocol. Those things are dirt cheap and super, super helpful to have just lying around. There's lots of other products that have debug ports from the manufacturer that it's using just regular serial or RS-232 out, and you'd be amazed at what you can quote unquote hack if you plug in the RX-TX line on that and start reading what's in there. So this is just one guy's booth, Of course, he's not here. This is the day after a holiday, so it's like half the folks are here and the other half aren't. I don't know if I'll include the beginning. Yesterday, I swung by here and it was closed. I don't know if I'll include that or not. Let's see. You guys get the idea. This place is amazing. So if you're ever in China, if you're in Hong Kong, take a day trip up, take the subway, come up to Shenzhen and go to the Huazhong Bay is the name of the entire district, and then this place here specifically is the SEG Market, the Shanghai Electronics Group. And just take it all in, come in and see what they have. Maybe pick something specific that you might want to go find it, and then just spend the rest of the time trolling around, seeing what you can find. Just more reels of shit, more ICs, little tubes or containers. I mean, even if you have a setup where you got like a pick and place machine or access to one, these guys will sell you reels of stuff already set up for a pick and place machine. Connectors. This guy over here's got sealed lead acid batteries. All the tools you need to get going. Another section just fasteners, plastic, nylon or PVC fasteners, standoffs, jumpers, test points. Which is kind of nice being hardly anybody here today because I don't have to introduce myself or ask for permission to film. I'm just keep filming some of this stuff. Switches, toggle switches. I mean, it's like, what? You need a toggle switch? Yeah, it's like every single one you can think of is here. There's some blade fuses, automotive style, glass style, limit switches. I mean, if you've got to repair a pinball machine or something that's got a switch that needs defeating, this is your place, man. Those goofy, what you call those, grommets of sorts, that like compress and keep water out of stuff you might have installed outdoors. They got those here. I mean, it's just, and these guys are awesome because ultimately, this guy, the person that owns this booth, he wants to sell, he wants to sell you a few 100,000 of these for some product that you're going to make. But he's also a nice guy, and he'll sell you 1 or 2 or 10. It's they don't care. And some of these guys even do samples. I mean, if you are legitimately building, hundreds of thousands of something, or you're planning on building one, these guys will give you, 1 or 2 of each one that they have, let you go back and take measurements and give it a try and see what's what, and then come back and order it from them. Each booth has their own business card. They desperately want you to come back to them and nobody else. There's more switches. It's just like, look at this. It's all somewhat organized and grouped by type. It's amazing. Those big honking switches, those are fun to throw. Those big red ones. I bought a few of those here, and I keep them around for my little projects and stuff. One that I'm doing right now is almost like a sensory box for my daughters too. Each button will do something different, like light a different light, or play some sound, or do something goofy, and then there'll be some different logic, or like Boolean logic, where if this switch is down but that one's up, it does something different. Just let her explore and try and figure it out. But I mean, what better than some of these big, huge honking switches, you know, and potentiometers that are built for industrial use, and throw it at a 2-year-old and see if they can break it. And if they do, it gives you an awesome excuse to come back down here. There's a bunch of old silicon. This guy's gonna wafer out. And you want to revive an old 300 megahertz Pentium computer? This is where you do it. I know what those are. Those are amps. Little op amps. If you're a ham radio guy, I'm sure you're just like losing it right now. Just the idea that this place exists, you know, should be blowing your mind. I don't know if it's economical sense to pay for a flight to China, but if you find yourself here, you know somebody that comes here often, give them a wish list, man, and have them pick some stuff up for you. Alright, I might include some more from this place in still photos, but trying to capture it all in videos. Like I said, I've come here for years and I haven't seen it all yet. And there's multiple floors of this stuff, and this thing goes up. Let me see if I can get some of the... It just goes up and up and up. So, I'll probably include some more stuff as stills, but this is the SEG Market in Shenzhen. Thanks for watching Julian's Random Projects. And subscribe if you want to see more goofy stuff like this. See you guys.